seats.
Pledge of allegiance.
Full pledge.
Okay. We communists?
We can do it NFL style.
We won't hold hands.
People might protest.
We never do any special meetings. It's not on our roll, on our sheet. It's not on our sheet. If you really want to do it, we can do it. I don't have a problem with it.
I think yes.
Let's welcome, let's rise. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Call the roll, please.
Spinks,
Here.
Cochi,
Here.
Mizek,
Yeah, here.
Janutus,
Here.
Bozar,
Here.
Saunders,
Here.
Zalata.
Here.
Okay, council, we have ordinance number 9524-17.
Amending ordinance number 3457-69, passed December 1st, 1969, regarding section 151.26, entitled Hospitalization for Counsel and the Municipal Court Judge, and declaring an emergency.
And first, we need to, a motion to remove that ordinance from the table. By Saunders, second by Posar. Call the roll.
Spinks,
Yes.
Cochi,
Yes.
Mizek,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Bozar,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Zalata.
Yes.
Motion for suspension by Spinks, second by Janutus. Call the roll.
Spinks,
Yes.
Cochi,
Yes.
Mizek,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Bozar,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Zalata.
Yes.
And motion for third and final by Bezak, second by Posar. I think we've had enough discussion on this. Anybody have a question? Call the roll.
Spinks,
Yes.
Cochi,
Yes?
Mizek,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Bozar,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Zalata.
Yes.
Ordinance number 9525-17.
Modifying the salaries of the mayor and council for terms commencing on or after January 1st, 2018 and January 1st, 2020, and declaring an emergency.
Again, need a motion to remove that from the table. By Janutus, second by Spinks. Call the roll.
Spinks,
Yes.
Cochi,
Yes.
Mizek,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Bozar,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Zalata.
Yes.
Motion for suspension by Mezak, second by Posar. Call the roll.
Spinks,
Yes.
Cochi,
Yes.
Mizek,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Bozar,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Zalata.
Yes.
And motion for third and final by Spinks, second by Zalata. We have a question on this. Again, we've had plenty of discussion. Call the roll, please.
Spinks,
Yes.
Cochi,
Yes.
Mizek,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Bozar,
Yes.
Saunders,
No.
Zalata.
Yes.
Ordinance number 9529-17.
Amending ordinance number 8485-09, which enacted chapter 1901.03 of our ordinances, entitled Unrecorded Special Assessment Verification Fee, and declaring an emergency.
And I believe it's our wish to put that on second reading. Such a motion by Mezak, second by Posar. Call the roll, please.
Spinks,
Yes.
Cochi,
Yes.
Mizek,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Bozar,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Zalata.
Yes.
Ordinance number 9532-17.
Enacting chapter 750, adopting part 7, entitled Business Regulation Code, chapter 750, Medical Marijuana Business Regulation, so as to create a comprehensive licensing system for medical marijuana entities in the city of Bedford, amending supplementing Part 19 of the Planning and Zoning Code, specifically Section 1915.361 entitled, definitions, medical marijuana dispensary, and Title 9, entitled General and Specific Provisions, enacting Chapter 1965, entitled Medical Marijuana Dispensaries, Section 1965-01, Medical Marijuana Dispensary Zoning Regulations to create a comprehensive zoning system for medical marijuana entities and declaring an emergencies.
And do I have a motion for suspension? By Spinks, second by Janutus. Call the roll.
Spinks,
Yes.
Koji,
Yes.
Mezek,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Bozard,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Salata,
Yes.
A motion for third and final by Mezak, second by Saunders. I think, again, we've had a lot of discussion, but Mike, if you want to,
This is basically, thank you, Mayor. This is, as John had indicated in reading the title, basically sets the zoning rules and regulations for medical marijuana operations, which also include cultivation operations. I will say in regards to dispensaries, based on those applications going to the state, Cuyahoga County can only be awarded 5. So this will actually, from Bedford's standpoint, being out in front of this industry and allows us to govern it under these rules set forward as far as where it can be allowed, what types of licensing fees are required, how much those fees are, what the renewal rate is, as well as other restrictions such as prohibiting them in the historic district, all of which, at a later time can be revisited, but I think it was important to get something on the books now, especially in setting the fees set forth in that. So I do believe any of these operations, as far as from a dispensary standpoint, those applications have to be due to the state of Ohio in the latter part of November. So a decision would have to be made one way or another as far as if this would be supported or not. And if it is, as outlined here, these are the parameters that we would recommend.
Great.
Yes, I think that to clarify this whole issue and how I look at it, or how most council members look at it, it's not a morality type basis. It's not like we are advocating the use or the even the medical use of marijuana. We're simply taking a proactive measure to do what Bedford's always been known to do, and that is be business friendly and to coordinate any efforts from outside businesses to come in here to create revenues, to create jobs. And in this case, the likelihood of us getting it, I don't know if it's 50-50, but these regulations will be in place so that we can be considered and so that it can be expedited when the choice is made. And that, I think, is the final determinant.
Yeah, again, like you said, it's not a morality issue for this. The more I've learned and read about the medical aspects of medical marijuana, it can help a lot of people in a lot of ways. We get to recreational use, it might be a different story, but for medical, we had one example that Senator Kenny Yuko, our state senator, was a big proponent of pushing for medical marijuana. Probably the single biggest reason for getting it in this state, and he talked about an infant that had 70 seizures a day. With the drop of the medical marijuana, it went to nothing. So when you hear stuff like that, it's like pretty profound, and I think that's why I'm going to vote for it. And again, Greg said, we put down our parameters. It's not last minute where somebody's coming up and says, hey, I want to open a store, and then we got to figure out, ooh, we should do this, we should do that. And so we have plenty of time to look it over and do the right thing. Any other comment? Seeing none, call the roll, please.
Spinks,
Yes.
Cochi,
Yes.
Mezak,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Ozark,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Zalata.
Yes.
Ordinance number 9533-17.
Marijuana was
A lot of pages, yeah.
It's pretty thorough, so make sure that it's safe. An ordinance amending ordinance number 9521-17, authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement with the Hawthorne Valley Youth Council for the purposes of sponsoring 4 students in the program for the year 2017 through 2018 and declaring an emergency.
Can I have a motion for suspension by Mezak, second by Saunders? Call the roll.
Spinks,
Yes.
Cochi,
Yes.
Mezak,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Ozark,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Zalata.
Yes.
And motion for third and final by Spinks, second by Zalata. Question on that one? Like I said, just add one more student. They had such a good turnout for their students. It's $325 to sponsor this kid. What they get out of it is really, really good. And it reflects good on our city also. Call the roll, please.
Spinks,
Yes.
Cochi,
Yes.
Mezak,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Ozark,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Zalata.
Yes.
Ordinance number 9534-17.
Authorizing the city manager to join a coalition of municipalities retaining special counsel for purposes of initiating litigation to challenge the constitutionality of amendments to Chapter 718, the tax code of the Ohio Revised Code, and declaring an emergency.
A motion for suspension by Zalata, second by Janutus. Excuse me. Call the roll, please.
Spinks,
Yes.
Cochi,
Yes.
Mezak,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Ozark,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Zalata.
Yes.
Motion for third and final by Saunders, second by Bozar. Frank, yeah.
This ordinance, I asked council to put this ordinance on. I've been in contact with many of the cities throughout the state of Ohio that are now filing this lawsuit into class action lawsuit, so to speak, against the state. And House Bill 49, to make a long story short, they started off with a proposal to allow net profits to go through the state filing, and the state would handle those situations only. And that wasn't too bad. They would charge a fee of 1%, which sounded reasonable. But since then, they decided that they would go and extend that beyond anybody using the OBM system and paying payments through the state, taking their fee off of that, taking off of any business returns, which expanded that considerably. Also, if that wasn't bad enough, they decided that now we're going to be looking at a 50% penalty if in fact a person had a net loss or a net or a profit that signed up with the state, and if communication didn't get down to the state in a timely manner on their forms, that we would be subject to a 50% penalty, and they would keep 50% of the revenue if not responded to timely in their minds. Of course, with the state, there is no such thing as circumstantial situations that could exclude that. So that is substantial. There could be one error made in time, and that could be a significant amount of money. And definitely, they don't have to do this. My feeling is, in regards to this, you want to handle this to be beneficial to the businesses, you should allow them to file the state. There should not be any fees associated to that. There is no fees associated to paying online right now. Why they have to do that is beyond me. So at this point in time, from those standpoints and how they're handling this, and by the way, any information filed with the state in regards to net profits or losses would not have any information coming back to the cities as to what was filed, how they filed, and any of that information would all be held confidential by the state, which of course doesn't set well with us knowing if they filed, who filed, how much, and what their actual filing was. So with that said, I ask council to go forward with this. The cost of our share of this lawsuit would be $4,000. I think that's well spent. Any of these penalties could significantly be above that in no time. so I think that at this point in time, we have them relook at that situation and do what they intended to do at the original onset of this in helping businesses in their endeavors.
Thank you. Call the roll, please.
Spinks,
Yes.
Cochi,
Yes.
Mezek,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Bozard,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Slought.
Yes.
Before we adjourn, I'd just like to pass on our condolences to Richard Hickman, our building department, on the passing of his father-in-law. Was a teacher at one time at Bedford High School. Again, we give him condolences for his loss.
Also, Mayor Chief Wentz, his wife died unexpectedly, the former chief of Northfield Village over the weekend.
Been too much of that going around. I'm sure. Motion for adjournment by Mezak, second by Saunders. Call the roll.
Spinks,
Yes.
Cochi,
Yes.
Mezek,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Bozard,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Slought.
Yes.
Thanks for coming.